Hello and welcome back to today's level 2 class. If you're new to this channel, my name is Zlata, or on Instagram also known as Beach Yoga Emotion. Today's class is a level 2 class where we work on shoulder press pose or firefly pose. You will need for this class a block, a mat, and maybe you keep a pillow close. If you like to have some more personalized classes, you can join the daily Zoom classes. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe and let's get started. We'll start today's class laying down on the mat and having the soles of the feet touch. Lay down, make yourself comfortable. You can have your feet closer towards your hip or further away, whichever is comfortable. And the hands out to the sides on your body or up overhead. Close your eyes here, take a deep inhale, take a deep exhale. Have this moment to arrive on the mat with your body, with your thoughts. Have a moment to feel your body, how it feels today, how it feels right now, with no judgment involved. Just observe, be curious. And then on the exhale, relax it and let it go. Continue with your observation. You can start by observing the top of the head, slowly making the way down towards your face, nose and mouth, noticing your chin, feeling your ears and your neck. Feel your shoulders, maybe you relax them a little bit more on your exhale, soften. Notice your arms, your hands, and your fingers. Feeling any difference? And also notice your shoulder blades and your lower back. Notice that you might have a little bit more weight onto the shoulders than on the lower back. The lower back, just from the natural curve, might be a little lifted. Or maybe a little more or a little less, depending on your body. And then draw all your attention towards your chest and belly. Notice the rise, notice the fall. Notice how the air flows into the body. Don't have to do anything. And then notice how your body pushes out the air with a little contraction in the belly. And then continue down towards your hip. Maybe today you notice your hip a little bit more than usual. Try to relax it. No judgment needed. Observe, feel, relax. And then continue down towards your legs and feet. Feel the feet, feel the soles of your feet touch. And then from here, place one hand onto your heart, one hand onto your belly. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. And if you like, repeat quietly for yourself. May this yoga practice strengthen and heal my body and my mind. May this yoga practice strengthen and heal my body and my mind. Start to open your eyes, get the feet back down onto the mat. Open your feet just as wide as your mat, and let your knees sway from side to side, releasing a bit the hip. Oh, should feel very nice, I hope. After this first pose, reclined butterfly, should feel quite nice, these windshield wipers. Okay, from here, reach the legs up towards the ceiling. I like them pointed, but if you prefer the other way, go for it. And then from here, open the distance in between your legs so it looks like a V shape. Squeeze your palms together, reach them up towards the ceiling. And then from here, we'll start to press the lower back into the mat and lift the shoulder blades off the mat, reaching the hands towards the end of the mat. And then release, you release almost all the way down and then come all the way back. Press the lower back into the mat and reach the hands up. Press the lower back into the mat and we come back. And then let's repeat. We go, we move. Keep the legs active. Keep the lower back pressing into the mat. And we go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we hold. Press the lower back in, gaze down towards the end of the mat. Hold, breathe, and release. Good job. First pose done. Hope you feel already a little warmer than when we first started. And from here, we'll extend one more time the legs up. Lift the shoulder blades off the mat and then slightly release the legs down. Keep pressing your lower back into the mat. If you notice that it comes up, just raise the legs, feet a little taller. Okay, and then from here, maybe the first one you want to do with a little impulse or even with helping with your hands out, coming into a boat pose. And then from here, from your boat, we'll release down into extended low boat. Press the lower back in, hold, lift back up. Good. And then coming all the way down, hold, squeeze the legs together, press them together, and reach back up. Hold, squeeze, breathe, using your boat pose here to relax, and then to come back. Low boat, great for our core. Hold and boat, amazing to strengthen our hip flexors. Shoulders back, chest back forward. We'll do just 3 more. Lower, hold, breathe, lift. Good job. Just 2 more. Lower, hold, smile, lift. It's getting harder. And last one. Lower down, hold, extend. You got it. Lift back up. And release. Open the distance in between your feet and slightly lean forward, keeping your back long, your legs active, and then we'll make the way forward. Fold forward just as far for you possible. There is no need to aim for a certain amount where you go. We want to go as far as we feel a good stretch coming through the back of your legs. Pressing your lower back towards the mat, puffing your chest forward. Maybe you like to close the eyes, engage your quads here. Big breath in towards chest and belly. Just 2 more. Nice, and then slowly make the way all the way back up, and let's come into plank. Get your hands down onto the mat, shoulder width, extend the legs out, draw the navel in, push your hands a little bit more into the mat, separating the shoulder blades, and then from here you'll step your right foot forward, just right where your right hand is. And allow your hip to relax down. Feeling a nice stretch. Keeping your leg, in that case your left one, active. Keep squeezing your right knee in. Relax the hip. Relax the shoulders. 2 more breaths, deep in, deep out. And then from here, I want you to press your hands in, lift the chest, draw the navel in, and step back into plank pose. And then I will step the left foot forward, right where the left hand is. And also here, sink the hip down and relax it. Keep the right leg engaged, your hip relaxed. And breathe. Taking these moments where it's a little less movement to relax, enjoy, catch the breath maybe. Another breath here. And then also here, press the hands in, draw the navel in, and then step back, plank. And then from here, we'll do this movement just with a little bit more pace. So you step forward, press, step back. Press, step forward, press, step back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Right leg, left leg. Right foot, left foot, right, left. We almost got it. Let's count. 8. Ooh, she said 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, almost, last one. Oh gosh. Whew. And then from here, step forward, squat down. If you need to prop up your squat, go for it. Something underneath your heels, anything works to prop it up. Press your palms together. Maybe you need to adjust a little bit your stand here, widen your step, chest proud, catch your breath, that's the moment. Relax, all good, you got it, good job. Starting to warm up, prepare for what's coming next. Okay, get the hands down, extend the legs. Get your right shoulder in between your legs and aiming here to interlace the fingers or the hands, to bind the hands together. If it's not possible, grab something that is like a strap or something that is similar, and bend your right knee. And let your chest gaze over towards the left side. Taking a moment here. Breathe. If you like, you can get the heel down and maybe start to extend your right knee or leg, but go gentle. If you're already challenged here, please stay here. And then from here, release the bind. Hands down, you can bend both knees, and then we'll go for the left shoulder. Comes in between the legs, and then I bind also here. Gazing over towards my right side, you also your right side. You can have, just as before, left knee bent. Breathe, hold. If you lose balance, don't worry, just come back. Give it another try, all good. Another breath. And then maybe also here, if you like, you can start extending your left leg. If you're good where you were, just go for it. Stay there. Perfect. Okay, and then slowly release the hands. Step your feet closer together. And then sit back down and into your chair pose. Draw the navel in, gaze forward. Relax shoulders. And then fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, find your way back to down dog. Whichever option you have for today. From your down dog, we'll step the right foot forward. I will walk the first one all the way back, all the way back. I bend my left knee and extend my right one. You can keep your hands down onto the mat. You can have your hands in front of your heart. And you can also come a little higher up. Have the hands in front of your heart, trying to keep the chest up. Either way works. Find your option. Breathe, hold, and then lift and just switch the sides. Good job. Keep going, keep breathing. And then walk all the way forward from your right leg, step back, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, knees off the mat, and exhale, push back, down dog. Step your left foot forward, and here we go. We're coming all the way back to right knee bends, left leg straight, keeping, for me, at least this time, chest up, hands in front of the heart. Hold, breathe. And then let's lift up. Woo. And over to the opposite side. Breathe, hold. Almost, almost. And then both hands frame the left foot. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And back, down dog. Step one foot forward. Walk towards the middle. Let your toes slightly gaze towards the center of the mat. And then fold forward here. Walk your hands back in same line with your toes. Elbows just as wide as your shoulders. Relax the neck, the head. Keep a little bit more weight into your toes than you have onto your heels. Another breath. And then extend your arms. We'll walk them all the way back, forward, vinyasa. From your down dog, bend your knees. You can walk or you can hop forward. Extend the legs, and here we go to our first fun lifting legs pose. So try to keep your sit bones on the mat, at least for the moment. Your legs long, your back long, and you can have your hands or closer towards your feet or towards the hip. Anything closer to the hip will be easier. Anything closer to the feet will be a little harder. So you choose your option. I will go something in the middle. For me, I personally like here the toes pointed, totally up to you. Okay, lean slightly forward, press the hands in, and then lift the legs up. Hold, release. Good, lean, press, lift. Good, release. Lean, press, lift. You got it. Release, press, lift, hold. Woo! Yes. 3, 2, 1. Release. Ooh. Okay, first one. We got it. Good job. We'll go for second one. It's a little similar. This time you open the distance in between the feet, and also here anything closer towards the feet is a little easier. Anything closer, it's the other way around. Closer towards the feet is harder, closer towards the hip is easier. Okay, for here I will also go for pointed toes. You choose your variation, and then I press, I lift the legs up, I hold, release. First one, let's go. Lift, hold, release. Press, lift, hold, release. Good. How many should we do? 10? 15? Okay, let's stick with 8. Hold. Oh gosh, I said 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, almost 2, lift. Oh my gosh, these legs are getting heavier. Last one, and we hold. Lift, hold, engage, point, flex, whatever you want to do, and release. Good job. Extend the legs, hands back, shake them out a little bit, whichever shake you like better. Shake, 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 senora. Whew. Okay, let's go for the last one. Last one you can do with blocks or without. Either way, I will do it with blocks. If you have blocks, place them right where your hip is. If you don't have blocks, no big deal. Place your hands where your hip is. If you work with blocks, your hands at the edge. So you're gripping the block and not just lifting, but you're lifting, keeping the hand active. Okay, and then from here, or from here, lift the tush off the mat and lift it back up. Squeeze and release. First one, you press, you lift, and then you get it back and down. You lift, drag it back and down. Okay, let's do 4. 4 is okay. Lift, back, down. Lift, back, down. We have 2. Last 2. Lift, back, hold it. Release. And then last one. You lift, back. Maybe lift one leg. Maybe lift the other. Maybe lift both. And release. Good job. My goodness. Who came up with this flow? Okay, From here, crisscross the legs, and we'll come into preparation, or better said, don't crisscross them, just squat down, fold forward. We'll come just as we did our first pose, with shoulders through the legs. You can widen a little bit the step and try to get both shoulders towards the back, as good as possible for you. I take my hands like in C shape, like a cup, and press against my legs. So I'm kind of squeezing my body through, and then I start to extend the legs, sending the glutes up and sending my chin, yes, my chest towards the back. Breathe, hold, release. Good job. Okay, we'll start first with hands on the mat, just as we did before. So I come behind and I get my hands right behind my feet, so I can press and squeeze my shoulder better through. Okay, so we squeeze through. I get the hands right behind my feet to place down onto the mat. Gaze forward, and then just have a moment here to hang out, feet on the mat. Nothing happening yet. If you like, you can maybe lift one leg, extend. Maybe it's not happening much. Lift the other leg and back. Have a moment. So as you see, my thigh is resting on to my tricep here. Okay, we'll have a moment, rest, and maybe if you like, move your wrists. Maybe you're not used to having so much weight through or onto your wrist. So normally if you feel it now. Okay, we'll do same, just with the blocks. So if you don't have blocks, just repeat the same action that we did just now. Just as we did before, I hold on to the blocks at the edge. I sit down just as I did before. So my legs, almost my butt is on my tricep, elbow. So depending really how far you get your arms underneath and back. Okay, and then here, if you're having your block, you notice there is just a little needed to almost float off the mat. So have a moment here, maybe just as me doing a little rocking. It's not so much rocking, it's basically I'm trying to get onto the ball of my feet and get the feet, the sole back down. At the same time, my chest lifts and lowers. Good. Okay, release, break, have a moment, roll it out. You can also get your wrists in between your knees, give it a little squeeze. Knee pits, wrists are in the knee pits. Squeeze, release. Do the same on the opposite side. Little squeeze. And then let's go for the next step. So this one I will show from the front. You saw this side. So I'll get my chest through. I grab my legs from the back, trying to squeeze my chest through. Get the hands right behind my feet. And then from here, I gaze forward. I also come onto the balls of my feet. Press my hands in, and maybe I walk my feet in. Maybe you walk even further and can have your toes slightly lifted and back. Slightly lifted and come back. Squeeze, You press the hands in. Maybe you're already there. Maybe you need a couple of more rounds. This is the moment where the pillow comes very handy. So you place a pillow right where your glute will sit when you fall. Okay, so you can place it there just to make the crash a little softer. Usually you cannot hurt yourself so much unless you don't work on a mat. But really use the pillow. It's just softer, feels nicer when you sit down. Okay, we'll do one more time. Same, just with the blocks. So if you don't have blocks, remember, just do the same action as we did before without the blocks. Okay, blocks behind my feet. Hold on to the blocks. I gaze forward, I lift onto my tippy toes, and I walk my feet together. You see here, you don't need much at all to float off the mat. You do have to lean slightly forward, but finding a little bit of the sweet spot in the middle before you crash down to and also forward to have it floating right in the middle. So if you squeeze your legs now together, here we are. In your shoulder press pose. Maybe this requires a little bit more of trying, so really feel free to pause the video, give it a couple of tries, give it a couple of goes. So when you notice that your body is tired, go for the rest, okay? Rest, give your body the break, because especially when we go for too much, when we're tired, this is where injuries also happen. So go easy, but still have fun exploring, challenging your body. Okay, so last but not least, we'll go, because from the shoulder press pose, if you now start to extend your legs, is where you come into your firefly pose. Okay, let's go again. Shoulders back, hands on the mat. I lift the legs, and then I start to extend the legs out. Okay, so this is your next step if you're comfortable in your shoulder press pose. Good. Let's make the way all the way down, all the way down. Good job. Well, from here, if you like, roll the wrists out, take a little moment, have a break. And before we come down onto the mat, also roll the other side. Breathe. If you like, I said, do a little pause and repeat this part again and have a couple of goes. If your body is tired, join me down on the mat. Lay down onto the mat. Feet underneath your knees. And then from here, press your hands, feet in, lift the hip. Slightly get your chin closer towards the chest. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together. Lift the hip. Big breath. Calm down. You got this. And then slowly release. Squeeze the knees in, maybe doing a little bit of roll or rocking to side, whichever option works better for you. Okay, and then from here we'll repeat, or again bridge pose, just as we did now, or you place the hands right above your shoulders. And press the hands, the feet in, lift onto the top of the hat, and then lift all the way up into your wheel pose. Sending your chest more towards the direction of your hat, focusing on opening up the chest rather than going into the lower back. Breathe, hold, and then with a lot of control, making the way all the way back. Squeeze the knees in. Again, rolling it out here. Okay, and then from here, keep the knees in 90. Let them come down onto your right side, right hand onto your knees, left hand reaching towards the left, gaze follows the left hand. Maybe you like to close the eyes here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Really take the whole breath in, towards chest, towards belly. Two more. Deep in and out. And then slowly come back to center. And let's come over on to the left side. Knees onto the left. Hands over to the right. If it feels good, close your eyes and just focus on your breath. You did a really great job. You can be proud of yourself. It's a challenging pose, I know, but all a matter of time and practice. Another deep breath in, chest and belly. And then slowly make your way back towards the center. Extend your legs. Make sure you have the space. Just as wide as your mat or even wider. Hands out. Palms facing up. Chin slightly tucked towards the chest, and then relax everything down. Let go. The only thing you need to do is to relax your body here. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. The only thing is to relax your body with each exhale a little bit more. And enjoy your last pose, Shavasana. On your next inhalation, slowly start moving your toes, your fingers. Start moving your hands and feet, arms and legs. Moving in any certain direction that feels good to wake your body back up. With your eyes closed, in your own way, in your own rhythm, make your way back into a seated position that is comfortable for you. Keep your back long, your neck long. Place one hand onto your heart, one hand onto your belly. Take a deep inhale and deep exhale. Take this moment to thank yourself for stepping onto the mat and taking care of your body. Take this moment to be proud of yourself because you did really great today. And also take this moment to appreciate and be grateful for the unique human being that you are. May this yoga practice strengthen and heal my body and my mind. May this yoga practice strengthen and heal your body and your mind. Thank you so much for joining today's class. I hope you enjoyed the class and maybe got a sweat along the way too. It's a challenging pose, but not impossible. Remember that it's all about the practice. Each time you will get stronger, each time the pose will work better out. Some days are better than others, so don't worry about as long as you're having fun, you're doing everything right. Don't forget to share the video with a friend and see you soon. Bye bye.